Hello everyone, this is MaryannTheConqueror. I've never really done like a talking video like this before, so I apologize if I'm a little bit, mic shy, I suppose. But I just wanted to try it out, talk about my process and my ideas, as well as just having some nostalgic old fun. So this is kind of a piece inspired by an online game. It's actually turning 11 this month, so wow. Which I found quite fascinating because my birthday's at the end of this month, so I'm just starting to get all panicky and existential about turning 18, and I just thought it'd be fun just to kind of look back at something I really used to enjoy, maybe a little bit too much. But anyways, so I also took in some inspiration from this piece of artwork by Haruko Ichikawa, I believe that's how you pronounce her name, I don't know, for the manga Land of the Lustrous. It's just the kind of general mood of it, as well as the fact that I feel like the villain from this game, this specific island in the game, as well as the main character of the series, kind of have some things in common, both kind of being tragic characters, although granted, that's actually about where the similarities are. Anyways, so I'll be honest, I'm going to steal a joke for myself right now and say there are 3 things one must never talk about: religion, politics, and my past hyperfixation with this game called Poptropica. Because unfortunately my Asperger tendencies tend to take me a little bit too far whenever I start liking something a little bit too much. I go all fangirl, and yeah, I kind of cringe at some stuff I made in back then, but fortunately I didn't have an internet presence, so no blackmail, yay. But I'm not going to deny the fun I had and the memories I made, from this game, though. Because it's important to not, deny parts of yourself, while still being able to admit when you did something wrong. Mistakes were made. But yeah, as a matter of fact, in 2016, the creators of this game hosted an art contest. It was the first that I entered publicly, and I actually won it. And that was that was a major thing for me back then as a young artist. It was huge, and I felt so inspired afterwards, and even to this day, I still look back at the piece quite fondly. I still enjoy it, and it's in a drawer somewhere. I'll probably try to insert a picture of it in right now if I can. But yeah, despite all my mixed feelings about the game right now with the way it's handling things, I still have just so many good memories, and I can't deny that, and I'm really thankful for them. So this is inspired by the island in the game called Astronauts. Now, for those who aren't familiar with it, islands are basically different areas in the world you could explore, and they take place in different times in different areas, and they have they're in different genres as well. So some are more realistic and some are more fantastical. It tried to be educational, and occasionally it did, but this one was more just good fun and games. But it had a really interesting story, and that's what I liked about Poptropica, the fact that unlike its I guess its mutual games, like Club Penguin and Webkins were really popular back in its heyday, is that it focused more on storytelling and just having a good fun time exploring these worlds, rather than more on social stuff and trying to be the Facebook for kids, back when Facebook was still cool. Kind of, sorta. To a certain extent. I mean, it was only really cool in the Jurassic era, but anyways, I just really like this island so much because it had so much potential. It was such a cool fusion of medieval fantasy as well as futuristic sci-fi, and in many ways that really much shaped my tastes with things today. Just the mix, just the general crossover of genres, doing kind of weird stuff. It's like steampunk, but not true steampunk, because steampunk's Victorian. Although they actually did something steampunk inspired, but I'll be honest, I definitely have the best memories just with playing this part of the game. It was just so cool, and I feel kind of bad that we haven't been seeing that much of it recently. In terms of, like, even, like, their marketing stuff. They focus on other characters and stuff like that, and they don't really make that many callbacks to it, and I feel like, I'll be honest, we're, like, the generation now of kids that they're aiming at this point, most of the stuff they're attracted to is more like, Fortnite and Roblox and all that cool stuff. So I feel like, I'm not saying that they have to go, like, super edgy and dark and mature, although I kind of went that route in this piece, going a little bit more for my personal style and making things, Maryann Percha closeted as Maryann closeted edgelord. But I do think that they should take advantage of their older players and all the nostalgia, because that's really what keeps people playing in the first place. There's not that many young people. I don't want to say young people, because technically I'm still young. There's not that many little kids being as attracted to it anymore, and I feel like if they went back to their roots, they probably could get some more younger players attracted to it again. Like those who are familiar with, like, Animal Jam, it kind of had a similar situation, where it kind of had a dwindling player base of young fans, so they just made a spin-off for older players, and it seems to be getting quite popular. It's going quite well. My friend and I actually do some playing on it, and it's really atmospheric and really pretty, and it definitely seems to appeal to, big fans of the original Animal Jam. So I do hope that, whether or not how much longer Poptropica is around, I do hope that at least the fans and hopefully the creators themselves can see just the impact these stories could have had, and still might be able to have. I don't know. Is it too late to hope for a TV series? I'd love it. I'm serious. I'd watch it. Seriously. As long as it didn't have too many JoJo Siwa references in it, I'd love it. But yeah, I did this drawing in Photoshop. It nearly killed my computer. Like, seriously, my laptop tried to commit harakiri a couple of times during it. It can handle, like, Adobe programs like Photoshop and stuff like that, but it doesn't like it very much. Especially if I stay on too long or if I have too many layers, so I need to rethink my process a little bit. But I still managed to get through, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It was fun just to make something that's not like for a portfolio or something like that. It was just all in good fun. And that's the thing that I enjoyed most about this game. It was just a lot of fun, created a lot of good memories, and I really hope that it's not forgotten. The best parts of it are not forgotten. Because there's plenty more to it besides this that I really enjoy and that I feel like should be remembered. From both the characters and the storylines they invented, it was so imaginative, and yeah, just lots of good memories. So thank you very much. Happy birthday, and here's the finished piece.